right, ladies and gentlemen, 1:30 is on the books, and we're here with the boys from Benfica, the boys from Sporting, and the Dragao. We got a Dragao tonight.
All right,
Two Dragao. No, not replacement. And we all respect my boy, Mauricio. You're good. You're Shane Falco, but we got here my boy Rui Pereira Jr. representing the Dragons that they got the best prospect in Portuguese soccer. Can we say that? Is he the next big thing in Portuguese soccer? I think he is. Yes. Rodrigo Moura. Harry Potter, like I posted the other day. Harry Potter is Portuguese and plays for Porto. All right. that little magician is a badass kid, man. He's a badass, man. So badass, so technical. And I said this during the broadcast. I don't know if Rui heard me because I think he was in Colombia. Having some what's the name? Aguardientico. Some aguardientico in Colombia. But I said this. The most wonderful thing about this kid is like he makes time for him. Right? It's like he stretches the seconds when he's in the box, and that is what makes him so different, so unique. The young Dragon. And on the other side of the pitch, on the other side of the competition, guys, I'm not looking at you because I'm still steering here my chocolate I'm making here. So I'm keeping an eye on the thing as I'm talking here. All right, this is Cozinha, Tuga Cozinha. Is that what you say?
Yeah, Tuga na Cozinha.
Tuga na Cozinha edition tonight, guys. The edition, right? I want to show you the final product once it's done. But yeah, the battle of the strikers. The battle of the strikers. On one side of the circular, we got the 90. On the other side of the circular, we got a great God. We got soccer, great God. I was saying on the broadcast the other day, you need to rewrite Greek mythology because my boy Vangelis should be in the Mount Olympus, brother. He is so phenomenal. But they almost, oh man, brother, it was going so fine, and then in the end it wasn't that fine, right? You gotta give credit to Mr. Anatoly Trubin, who was so extremely feature. I'm gonna ask you this, Mikey. I want to start with Mikey.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you this, right? Are you still having doubts on Trubin, or it's over?
No, I mean,
your MVP on that day, Mikey. Kick it off, brother.
Yeah, no, Trubin's the man of the match, no doubt about it. He was like a spider with 8 legs. I mean, he just saving key saves at key moments. That's what you have to be in one of the top teams in a league like ours. It's not about making a volume of saves. It's about making that 1 or 2 saves when they need to be made, and that's what he did this weekend. No, I don't have my doubts. He's going to make a mistake again at some point. Every goalie does, but I think he can come back from any mistake at this point, and I think that the biggest reason the 3 points came back with Benfica was because of Trubin, because more than one occasion he kept it 1-0. If that game goes to 1-1, we could be having a whole different discussion.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It could have been a different discussion. You're so right about that. Mr. Gomez, so you were so concerned, right? As always, always anxious with his ad bills under his coat and everything else, right? Yeah. And what did I tell you? What did I say about this game? That Jokic was going to score what? That he's going to score a brace, right? I fell short of that one. A hat trick from the boy, huh?
Yeah. No, it wasn't just him. I thought that this was probably the most Rubenesque Sporting performance that we've had in a while. It could have been 3-0 by the 6th minute. Sporting were very dynamic. Obviously, Victor is the star, but there were a lot of good performances. Our wing backs were playing like they did under Ruben. They were getting up very quick, very aggressive, great interchange. I thought Kenda and Trincão, interchanged really well. And I was probably one of the best Maxi Arroyo's performance with the Sporting shirt. Yeah. And the midfield was solid. Zabas is growing into that position. I thought it was just it was one of the best performances I've seen in a while. Sure, they let up a little bit in the beginning of the second half, and Morenes got a goal, and they could have made it 3-2, actually. But then after that, Sporting was able to seize control of the game, manage the game really well. They won again today, so they're in the finals of the Taça de Portugal. So wins bring confidence, and this is all leading up to the big game. It's you feel that the clouds are starting to form, and it's going to be a perfect storm. That game with the Stadio Lucio. I think the country's going to stop for that game. But right now it's just important to continue to play like this, continue to gain confidence. To head in the game. The calendar does favor us. We're away at Boa Vista, and then we're home against Gil Vicente before going to the Luge. So it's there for the taking. You just want to go into the Stadio Luge with at least even on points with Benfica. So we'll see how it plays out.
Mr. Rui Pereira Jr. I got a piece of a song that I'm not gonna sing it, but I'm gonna maybe I'll bring it up during the broadcast. But I'm gonna tell this because it's worth it, right? Please stay. I want you. I need you to go. Don't take these beautiful things that I got, brother. That's Rodrigo Mona.
George Minch is coming, and he's going bye-bye.
I know. That's what I said. Please stay. Please stay. Let's do it.
The only thing that's actually the only thing that we've actually gotten right this year is a 17-year-old kid that literally looks like he's about to get his first communion next week. And this is the only thing that's been good this year. Literally looks like he's 12 years old, and he brings so much joy to. How do I put this? He is the only reason why I'm watching Porto still play this year with this disastrous football that we've been playing this year. But he's been a joy, and he's just grasping the opportunity that he has, and he just runs with it. It seems like every decision that he makes, he's making the right one. He's super effective, and he is so confident in everything that he's doing, whether it's just in build-up, making the passes, not being afraid to create these crazy to put himself in these crazy one-on-one scenarios where he's getting past defenders and scoring these wild goals. So even the last one that he scored, which obviously was the winner, he was just so confident and just placing it the way that he did, chipping the goalkeeper sort of with his opposite foot, and he was just so calm about it. It's unreal, this kid. Everyone else, it's the same shit. So it's nothing to rave about. And Hugo Costa, I don't know what the heck that was. I mean, obviously the guy didn't mean to score that. He tried to cross it. It was a very poor cross that went into the back of the net, but the goalkeeper's got to do much better than that. Outside of that, I thought we did pretty well. The three in the back is working, and I think it can only work against the smaller teams. And putting Eustáquio there in the center back position, in the center of the back three, is the logical way to go about it, because you need to have that playmaker defender to be in the middle to distribute. To get the team forward on buildups and whatnot, which none of our other center backs are capable of distributing the ball like he could. And I think that's the three in the back works for against the smaller sides, but when we play against Benfica and Sporting and Braga, it's still a mystery.
It's still a mystery, right?
Yeah, it is. But I've been saying this all year. It's the same thing over and over again. It's we have some good games against the smaller teams, which is what we're supposed to do. But I can't, you can't make anything of it, because in Europe against Benfica twice this year, which was really bad. I'm so happy I wasn't here to talk about that. Sporting, we could have very much lost the game that we tied. So we haven't had much strong performances against good teams this year. And is it the players? Is it the coach? Is it the system? Maybe it's all of the above. But yeah, I mean, against the small teams, we've been playing rather well lately, which is good. And hopefully we can get into third place finish the season strong and get that Europa League spot, which we obviously need more than the Conference League.
Yeah.
Well, you'll get the
Yeah,
Europa
absolutely.
League because either Benfica or Sporting is going to win the cup, so you won't go to Conference League in 4th place. Conference
Oh.
League drops to 5th.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, because the Europa League goes to the cup winner, but it's already going to be taken.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. Yeah,
Even better, right?
I totally
Even
forgot
better.
about that.
Yeah.
Even better. I want to keep talking with Rui, guys, because I got you guys every week. I don't have Rui every week. So
Yeah, no
you
problem.
guys been traveling, And
Yeah.
talking about the smaller teams and on paper, right? Because it's on paper. You guys, the schedule that you have is less complicated than the Braga's left schedule in the last 4 games. You got Estrela, you got Moreirense at home, you got Boavista, and you got Nacional at home. How come
4 wins.
It's four W's
It
or
has
nothing?
to be.
Should be.
Yeah. Yep.
How
And
confident you are about this team going 4-4 in the last 4?
I feel confident that we can get 10 points in the last 4. 12 might be asking for too much because it's just we're just so inconsistent. And then on top of that, even if we're having a good game, we're not reliable in putting opportunities away either. So we just kind of need everything to fall into place in these last 4 games if we want to just get 3rd place and just settle everything. But like Mike mentioned, actually, how far are we from 5th place?
I think pretty far.
Oh, yeah, it's 12 points.
Yeah.
14 points.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it looks like Europa League is. It's
just a matter of what round you go in.
Yeah. So
4th goes in earlier.
But at the end of the day, Porto needs to just finish the season strong and just show some sort of character, show some sort of some sort of, I wouldn't want to say message, but end the season strong on a high note, and just hopefully it carries over into next season. Get some good signings and whatnot to just patch up the holes on the squad, which is quite a few. But to answer your question, I feel pretty good that we can get 10, at least 10. But 4, I think a lot has to happen. I think luck has to fall on our side, and maybe this is a test for all the players. If we can finish the season strong with 4 wins, that's something to grow from.
Absolutely, guys. Let me read some comments here because you got tons of comments here today, man. Jesus, man. Who's this guy? Joel Castro saying, "Going where?" Commentated great.
Gondomar.
Solid FC, huh? We now drop down to the district leagues. Come experience the real. Huh? Oh, that'd be cool. Where's that Gondomar? What is that Gondomar? Anybody know?
I just remember
That's
the
up
time
north,
they took out Benfica in the Taça. That's the only thing that I can remember about Gondomar.
Okay. All right. Supergino is always here. Right? What's Supergino say? If they play Mora on the win again, then yes, Mora will surpass Samu for goal scoring for Porto. Yeah, I don't know.
He's gonna have to score like 5 goals a game. Yeah.
If he scores in every single game, the next 4 maybe. How much is he playing? Samu? Right? He's benching Samu. He just technically benching him, Rui, or what's the deal?
Yeah, it's just he's been pretty quiet. He's been pretty quiet in the last couple of months at least.
Yeah.
I think it was what was the game against before Benfica? He had a few opportunities and he squandered a couple of them in a game where he actually got some good looks, and I think that kind of hurt him. And he's also just not getting into position to get into goal scoring opportunities or anything like that. I know the team isn't that great, but at some point you have to like step up and make some sort of difference. Rodrigo Mota is, and at times some other players do step up too, despite everyone having the same problem or the better players on the teams having the same problem. So, yeah, I kind of understand why he's putting him on the bench, but then again, Ghoul isn't much better.
And you know what I think is happening also with Samu is for me, right? From the body language, from the frustration that he shows, he's not that strong up here. He's not that strong up here, and he gets frustrated. And when he gets frustrated, he just
he gets himself out of the game. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I've noticed that he gets pretty. I mean, he's a passionate kid. He's 20 years old, and there's a lot for him to grow from. He's shown that he's very lethal, and he can be a prolific scorer. For the majority of the season, he was like the Rodrigo Mota, just stepping up, scoring, keeping us alive, keeping us in games, scoring the big goals and everything. A lot of where we are right now, there is a huge amount of it's due to him. There's a huge amount of credit that goes to him for that. But in recent games, the last couple of months, he's just been missing. And yes, we can blame the new coach, the new system. The players aren't great. The players aren't figuring out the system well, and we're all not playing well. But at some point, you do have to step up and be a leader and be the top guy, and you have to get goals. And he hasn't really been doing that recently. So, I think he's had 1 or 2 open goals in the league in the last 7 or 8 games, and one of them was a penalty. He's had one penalty. It's not and you're absolutely right. He definitely gets frustrated, and it's not easy to be in the position that he's in. He's a striker, and he's not getting the proper service. So, but you have to remain focused, and him taking himself out of the games and becoming frustrated. That's going to affect the way that he's going to play. He's a young player. He's got to grow from it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hopefully he gets better and he gets to stay for next season with Porto. And of course, we want to talk about the.
I hope so too.
We're gonna talk about transfer window in a second, but
I'm actually happy that we are blowing it right now, and that he's not doing so well. So all the traction from those big clubs are like, oh, maybe this guy isn't so good. I'm like, we'll hang on to him for a little bit.
Stay with us, guys. And Mikey, shocking. It was, what's going that game? In 90 seconds into the game, and they were like, crap, Vittorio Gimenez is gonna ruin the party here. What's going on? But I think Vangelis showed up, huh? Well, it's scary 24 minutes, huh?
Well, Guimarães has been good for weeks. I mean, they were 10 matches unbeaten. And the only other team to win there this season, I think, has been Real Betis. So I expected that. I expected it to be tough. I thought this was going to be the biggest hurdle we had until the derby. But I'm starting to think I wish Benfica would just play all 4 games that are left away, because we're so much better on the road than at home, and just so much more competent away than at home. Took the chances when they came, because there were moments where Guimarães really had Benfica pushed back. Benfica struggled to even connect passes. I mean, it was 1-2 pass, gone. Ball was gone. They scouted Benfica well. Luis Freire had his team ready to go. And I think Vitória found the right manager this time. I think they've got something there that they can build on. Yeah. And if not for a goal, again, against the run of play in the first half that puts Benfica ahead, it's a different game. And then, late Benfica figures it out. But it comes down to actually 2 injuries that forced 2 much needed substitutions. Di Maria was not playing well. He was not creating anything. He was losing a number of balls. Finally, it took an injury for him to be subbed out. And same thing with Tomás Araújo. I don't know why Lage is pushing him past that 60-minute mark. He can't go any longer. It's obvious. Week after week, it cost him a week ago because he left him in there in stoppage time. He's going up and down. He doesn't have the strength to go 90 minutes right now. So those 2 substitutions were forced due to injury, and it actually stabilized the team, and it reduced the chances that Vitória Guimarães were getting. And eventually, the Carreras makes a good play, beats his guy one-on-one pretty easily, and then sneaks it by Bruno Varela there at the near post. And then after that, everything settled down. And then the third goal came after Lige went to a back 5. Okay, he tucked Carreras in with the center backs. And Samuel Dahl came in, and now you had a much more secure back line, and again they were able to expand and counter and get a third goal. So it was a tough game. The score is misleading because it was not a 3. Yeah, it was not a 3-0 win like we would think. It was a game of it was a 1-0 game until the end, and then 2 goals against the play or in counter made the difference and made it a much easier last couple minutes than the week before, obviously.
Mr. Gomez, did you watch the game today? I couldn't watch it. On those cup games, league games.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
How was it today? How was it today? Was it?
I think Sporting looked good. They were able to get the that first goal. It was off a corner, and then after that, at that point, it was 3-0 on aggregate. So at that point, the pretty much it was all resolved. So they sort of had like a different mentality in the second half. They got the second goal right at the beginning of the second half. Was Victor? He scored his 48th goal. So again, you make it 2-0, and now you have a 4-0 lead on aggregate. So they started to, like, BL came in, Connie Harder came in. The Pot started, which was good to try to get him back into the flow. So I do think that there was turnover in the team in the second half, and Riyadh got into it a little bit, but at that point the game was pretty much over. Just happy to just get into the final, and very rare because Riyadh historically has given us problems. We beat Riyadh 4 times this season, so including winning at the Vila de Conde twice, which is not a fun place to play most of the time anyway. So yeah, again, I think that it was good that we got into the final. It was also good that we won. So we're just continuing the win streak, just to build the momentum heading into the game of the Stadio Luz, which I think is essentially going to be a final. So I think that's why it was important to just win today and just keep on winning. Winning is contagious. But yeah, no, I thought it was a really solid performance. Obviously, not as good as the Moreirense game, where I think we were totally locked in. It was great to see Sporting
different energy for these games too. It's a different energy for these games. And
yeah, of course. Yeah, cup games are different.
Especially when it's 2 legs in the semifinal, it's even more toned down.
Only thing I'm nervous about now is that we could end up becoming the ultimate bridesmaid, because we lost the Super Cup to Porto. We had a 3-0 lead and we lost. We lost the Taça de Liga in penalties. Now, if we finish second place and then lose to Benfica in the final of the Taça, that'd be 4 runner-up finishes in the same year, which would end up becoming the worst year of my life. So I'm hoping we can avoid this.
It can't be worse than my year. It can't be worse than what I'm going through.
Right here.
Can't be.
I've been through plenty of those, man.
Hey, no,
to be like the ultimate bridesmaid would be like just a slap in the face.
But you're talking about the cup, right? You're talking about
all the
cup. Yeah. We're in the final. If we're to lose to Benfica in the final, we finished second place in the championship. We lost the Super Cup to Porto after leading 3-0, and we lost the League Cup to Benfica in penalties. So we could become the ultimate bridesmaid. Like, we could finish second in in all 4 competitions.
Yeah. And on top of that, you guys made Vitor Bruno look like a genius.
We made him look like a genius.
That takes a lot. That takes a lot. That takes a lot.
That would be fantastic.
So I'm a Sporting fan. So I think of these scenarios, and it freaks me out.
Oh, the thoughts crossed my mind. Similar thoughts have crossed my mind. I mean, I think back
Yeah.
the year Benfica lost at Porto in the second to the last round of the league, lost the title, then lost the Europa League final to Chelsea 3 days later,
Yeah.
and then lost the cup final to Vitoria a week after that. So
Yeah.
you had Oscar Cardozo pushing Jorge Jesus and ready to fight him after that. So
I remember that.
yeah.
Hey, guys, I just gotta sort of just one quick thing. My chocolate ganache is it's so good, man. It's so good. Mwah. All right. Why I can't believe that you're not pessimistic, Derek. Why are you so pessimistic? Because I've been a fan for this team for 30 years and for 20 years. We screwed up, and I feel that it's gonna happen again. I'm afraid it's gonna happen again. I'm having nightmares about this happening again.
Yeah.
Stop thinking like that, brother. Believe, brother. All you gotta do is win.
I like the direction we're going in right now.
Okay.
This is where you want. This is the direction you want to be in. Heading in. Yeah. So look, I want to see the next 2 games. Hopefully, we can continue to play like this over the next 2 games, and we can head into the Stadio Luz, with some steam, and and we just got to leave all the cards on the table that game.
Man,
the margins are going to be
ball to the face. Yeah, I know that was like he got clocked, man.
Like,
his face was as red as
the margins are going to be so thin. It's going to be something tiny that is going to make all the difference. And then,
hold on a second, guys. My lap is about to call.
Oh man, what's going on in there?
Nino,
Derek, if it makes you feel better, have you guys ever had a bad season and Porto having like a completely meltdown, destructive season like this? It's not gonna happen, man. You guys are gonna have a good season.
I mean,
positive.
It's
gonna happen.
I lived through the 7th place season, so.
What? Fuck.
Yeah, but
shit.
I think you guys are in good shape. Both of your teams. Mine, I have no idea what's gonna happen.
It's all.
Yeah, man. I've been there before. I've seen so many coaches come and go.
Tell me something about your boy Trincao. Are you happy with Trincao again, or you think that he can?
I thought he
was
really good. I thought he was great against Moreirense. I thought he was really, really lively. I thought he got involved. He was using his skill set. Seems like he's gotten a second wind. So this is, a really good version of Trincao. And because, we rely on him so much, he's sort of, the guy that, drops, sets the game, sets the table, that we need him to play well. And he's critical to Sporting's attack, his ability to come back, cut into the middle. He's got a good shot. And, he does have good vision, good passing. It's just that he, especially over the last couple of months, he's been, especially after, Ruben left, he's been very inconsistent, so we've been waiting for the best version of Trincao, but he's starting to look
goal
like
difference at that point. Goal difference at that point.
It's goal difference, which is sort of in Sporting's favor right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that would lead to a really I mean, I in my opinion, man, I don't know how you feel about this, Mike, but whoever wins that game is going to be the champion. That's just how I feel about it.
It's like a 95% chance that whoever wins that,
whoever wins that game
will be very hard to lose it after winning that.
Absolutely. And look at what Super Junior saying, Gomez. Look at what Super Junior saying here, huh? If Phil Pochi coming back has shown how much Joker's plays well off him. More than Trincao. Trincao has good passing.
Yes, Trincao has good passing. Good passing when he passes. Yes, when he passes.
Rui, on your beloved Dragons, we've been skeptical about the new position of Eustachio sitting in between the center backs, but it seems to start gelling now, isn't it?
Yeah. What I like about Anselmi, especially against the smaller teams, he's a lot more aggressive and he's willing to get forward, and he really is going after the goal right away, right off the bat. Unlike with Sergio, he would just kind of slow things down, run a high tempo, but be super conservative when attacking. So I really do like the approach when you start from the back with the three defenders, and then you have your two fullbacks that are out wide. I think it's an advantage for us, especially when you're playing against smaller teams who are much more compact, so they want to keep things close into the middle. And then you use your fullbacks to kind of create space and get forward quicker, and hopefully get some runs inside, so you can break between the lines and get some opportunities and everything. And we've seen that. I think in some games too, Porto attacks kind of well. But obviously, it depends who they're playing against. And Eustáquio is a huge difference since he's been playing more as the center back, because he is very good with the ball on his feet. And if you were to compare him to a center back playing so far back, he's the best. He's the best in the league without a doubt. Just distributing the ball just from that position alone, and it makes things a lot easier. He's quick with the ball at his feet. His decision making is going to be faster than a normal defender. His accuracy, his precision, his decision making, everything is going to be much better. So you start to see that Porto are moving the ball much more confidently, and it gives the players around them to move around and be at the right place to extend the play. So it's definitely a huge improvement. But when you're going up against a bigger opponent, I don't think it's going to work.
Mikey, we were worrying about your Eagles in the last couple of games, but you were not that worried because of the efficiency. But we came up again with 3 goals again, and the incredible ratio, right? 3 goals out of 7 shots on target. That's the efficiency that needs to keep high, very high, in order to face this last stretch of the season. Huh?
Yeah, it's always Benfica always more efficient when the opponent actually wants to play and actually wants to come forward, because it allows for that transition play, and Benfica do very well in transition. And I mean, scored 4 goals against Barcelona back in transition, because Barcelona would come forward, they'd leave space in behind, and again in those games, I worry a lot less. I worry a lot less in those games. In games where we're at home and the other team is gonna sit in, those are the games I worry about, because Benfica have a lot more difficulty building a play out of the back, moving the ball, distributing, finding the passing lanes, playing in between the lines, and creating chances with high efficiency. They do much better in transition. So again, I think that's a big reason why Benfica play so much better on the road as well, is because they feel less pressure to try to have the ball all the time, and they allow the other team to have the ball a bit. They invite them forward, and then they hit them on the counter. So yeah, three goals out of seven shots is really high efficiency, but it was just a lot of them are, it's point blank almost. It's a lot of right, and it's that first goal, Kokshu slides it across the face of goal, and it's a tap in, and that's how Benfica score most. When they score a lot of their goals that way. It's not. We had one a week ago where Kokshu hits one from outside the area and puts it past the goalie, but very few of those goals come that way. Many more come by winning the ball, beating the defender on the flank, coming in, and then driving it across, looking for someone to arrive, to perfectly time their run and arrive at the precise moment to push it in past the goalkeeper. But we'll see what happens going forward. And again, 4 games to go, anything can happen. And it's not always the big ones. It's sometimes the other ones that are more difficult to win the game. And Aroca was clear proof of that, because they started a certain way, and then when Aroca started to come forward, Benfica had a hard time adjusting to it and really lost their grip on the game for 15 minutes there. And got a goal out of nothing to take the lead, but never really got that control, and that's why that game couldn't be put away. So I'm still going to be concerned about especially this game coming up and the one after that, before we even get to the derby, because those are going to be they're going to have to take their chances. They're going to have to keep finishing with that efficiency, because the chances are going to be harder to come by. Now you play a Sporting, there's more of a chance you're going to concede, but there's also going to be more opportunity to play because Sporting are going to come forward. I highly doubt Rui Borges is going to come in and just sit in and play for the tie because that hasn't served them well either. So it'll be an interesting game, but it's going to be a more open game, I think, than in the two that we're going to play before then. So going to have to, if you could score early, they're a much better team than when they don't. I mean, that's the panic doesn't set in. They get a first half goal and they know what to do at that point. When they don't get it, the panic starts to show early in the second half. And if it doesn't come, the longer that goal doesn't come, the longer you don't take the lead. You can see it on the players.
Anxiety rises.
They start to panic. They make
like Derek Gomez there. They got 11
They make bad decisions. Yeah, they make bad decisions. They try to take on three guys. Next thing you know, you hit on a counter. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens here.
We'll see. Gomez, I got a question for you, but guys, I gotta show you something because you got 7 minutes to go. The game is about to start.
But all right.
I'll get the fixture list ready for predictions.
Yeah, get it ready.
I got it up.
Are you guys gonna see any of the games this summer for the Club World Cup?
Yeah, I've got tickets for all three group stage games for Benfica. Now I got to get myself to the southeast.
All right, now we're talking.
There we go.
Ready.
That's it. Right here. Universitario is playing now. Let's go. All right, Gomez. This is the most critical improvement from Sporting in the last, we'll say, 3 games. That endemic disease that we're having since Rui Borges arrived, about playing 45 minutes only for every game.
Yeah,
it's no longer there. Is it? Do you trust this that this finally went away, or you were scared, or something? I mean, I think happened, or what?
I honestly think the number one reason behind that was a couple reasons actually. First, we're going to be right now. We're as healthy as we've been in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think that so now we don't have to play the Eduardo Felicimos, the whole host of other characters that we're really never going to see again. So I mean that's obviously having an impact. Also, we're not playing twice a week anymore, like we were before when we were in the Champions League, when we were playing the Taça more regularly. So now just, pretty much, I mean, with the exception of today, pretty much playing just once a week and being healthy, has led to more complete performances where, we're playing for a full 90 minutes as opposed to sort of just conking out after 45 minutes. So I feel better about the team now going forward. Now that they're not playing during the week, now that we have, pretty much everybody back, Morita might come back soon. Well, we can't really hold our breath with him, but I mean, with him being out, this is given an opportunity for DeBost to grow into his new position, and especially over you saw the Moreirense game, he's really growing into his position. And I'm really pleased with his output, and I think he's found a place here in the midfield. So even if Morita is healthy and ready to go, I think that DeBost has sort of earned that starting spot. He's going to be in the starting 11 for the remainder of the season, whether or not Morita comes back. Going back to your question, I do feel a lot better now that Sporting can play a complete game, can play a full 90 minutes, and compete for those 90 minutes.
Yes, sir. Mikey, now we're going into the predictions because my team.
I got them ready. Yes. I got them ready.
Let's go. Predictions.
Famalicão Braga Friday. Famalicão Braga.
Oh shit!
Friday.
Shit. 3-1 Braga. Gomez.
2-1 Braga. They're on a roll.
Yeah.
Mikey.
2-1 Braga.
Roy?
3-0 Famalicão.
I knew it. Mike, what's next?
Santa Clara Aroca.
Come on, Islanders. Come on. 2-1 Santa Clara. Gomez?
1-0 Santa Clara.
Roy?
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 as well, Santa Clara.
Okay, Mikey. 1-1.
1-1. Santa Clara's going to drop points.
Shit.
It's the nitty-gritty. This is where they collapse.
Yeah.
Nah.
I
What's
can
next?
see, I can see that happening.
Nino's Gil Vicente takes on Farense.
Come on, Gilistas. Come on, baby. Come on.
At home.
1-0. 1-0, Gil Vicente. 1-0. Felix Correa scoring for Gil Vicente. Anyway, Mikey, what do you say?
1-1.
1-1. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Gomez.
I'm going to go with Mikey on this one. I think it's going to finish 1-1.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a 6-pointer.
I'll
Yeah.
go.
It is
I'll side with you, Dino. I'll go 2-1. Gil Vicente.
Yes. Come on, Gilistas. Come on.
yeah.
Mikey, what's next?
Okay, Saturday night, Estrela Amadora Futebol Clube do Porto.
Another brace from Harry Potter. 3-0 from Porto. Gomez.
I'm going to go 2-1 Porto.
Mikey.
3-1 Porto.
3-1 Porto. Roy.
I'll go 2-0 Porto and goals from Mora and Samu is going to get back on the board.
Back in the
Right,
swing of things.
right. I like that. I like that. Mike, what's next?
Moreirense Nacional.
Moreirense, 1-0. Gomez.
I am going to go with I'm going to go 1-1. I'm still trying to figure out why Moreirense fired Peixoto to hire a guy from Boavista.
Yeah.
That has to be like one of the giant mysteries of this season.
Who does that? Who does that, brother?
I mean, these are people that are getting paid to be sporting directors and football directors, and they're making these kinds of decisions. It's kind of scary, actually. But.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What do you say, Roy? What you got?
0-0 on this one.
Gomez?
I'm going to go 1-1.
Mikey?
Yeah, 1-1. 1-1 for these two.
Okay, what's next?
Benfica AVS SAD.
5-0 Benfica.
I wish.
5-0. No mercy. No, that it's gonna be a demolition.
Yeah.
Demolition. I'm sorry, Memo, that you got to come to this team, brother. But yeah, you're gonna have an awful day, bro.
Yeah. Benfica's at home too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be 60,000.
Roy, what you got on that one?
I'll go for 4-0. Yeah.
4-0. Gomez?
I'm going to go 3-0.
Yeah,
3
3-0 for
Mikey?
me.
3-0.
3-0.
All right. You'll see. It's gonna be fine. All right, Mikey,
hope
what's
so.
next?
Vitória Rio Ave.
That's a good one.
It's gonna be goals on that one. I'll say 2-2. I'll say 2-2 on that one. 2-2. Gomez?
I think Victoria wins 2-1.
2-1. Rui?
Yeah, Vitória is home in this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Vitória.
2-0.
2-0. Mikey?
3-1 Vitória. They're on their way to 5th place. They're going to go back to the Conference League and have
and they
another
deserve
nice
it.
run.
I think
Yeah,
they deserve the
And
5th.
they've earned it.
Yeah,
They'll
they're a better
bounce right
team than
back.
they're a better team than Santa Clara.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, hold on a second.
Might be
What
better
is
than
this
us.
game? Boavista Sporting will be delayed. What?
What is this guy talking about?
I don't know,
It's gonna
man. I
start
don't know.
I hope not.
What was the game, Mikey? What was the game?
That's the next game. Boavista Sporting.
Boavista Sporting.
Yeah, it's the next game.
Be delayed. Oh, like
Delayed.
pushed back? Like postponed? No power.
power.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They'll have to
They
play
can't pay
Monday.
the
mean,
bill.
It
They
does
can't
get
pay the
foggy up
bill.
there.
They can't.
Hey, Nick Joey, he's so.
There could be fog.
Spent all the money on these free agents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. All right, Sporting. 3-1 Sporting. 3-1. I'm gonna get the Boston is just gonna score 1 goal at least for Boavista. 1 goal.
He's gone.
All right.
He's gone. Buzzing
He's
at
gone?
Real Salt Lake. Yep, he's gone. He's joined Real Salt
Oh,
Lake.
he's gone? Oh, then there's Agra then. Amor Salvador that's going to save the day at least.
Yeah, he randomly left. They probably didn't want to keep him on payroll any longer because he left this week.
My God. Gomez, what do you say on your team, brother?
I agree with you. 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
Rui?
3-1.
3-1?
3-0. 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0.
3-0. 3-0 Sport.
3-0. All right. What's next, Mikey?
I know I know what Rui's prediction here is going to be. Casa Pia y Trio.
Actually, I hate both of these teams, but I hate. Eighth and ninth place. Yeah, this is.
Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, 5-0 Casapia. 5-0.
Every time he comes up with that. Gomez, what do you say?
I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be 2-2.
2-2. All right.
No.
Mikey?
1-1 again. I seem to keep saying
1-1
that
again.
result, but I think 1-1.
Yeah, I want to say that one too. 1-1.
That's a very to-go result.
Yeah.
What's
That's
next,
it.
Mikey?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah,
all right,
that's it.
all right, guys. Wish me
Go
luck.
watch your
Good
team.
luck,
We're gonna
man.
get Saliba won. We got to
Good
win
luck.
tonight.
All right.
I win tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Yeah,
you
we'll
for
see
staying. Thank you, guys. And, I know it's a short version, but my team is playing, so I got to go. See
Yeah.
you next
All right,
Tuesday.
go get it.
Bye-bye.
See you next Tuesday.
All right, guys. See you
See you
next
guys.
time.
Guys.
See you guys. See you next
See ya.
week.